Hi everyone, my name is Rishad. Today is the 25th of December 2023 and I'm going to make my weekly prediction for SPY. Obviously it's Christmas today, so the market is closed, so this prediction is still valid as I haven't seen any previous market movement. Now, before getting into the video, it's important to make this disclaimer that all information is completely educational and therefore it's important to conduct your own analysis before entering the market and not to rely only on the information in this video in order to avoid unnecessary risks or losses that may come. So now that we have the disclaimer out of the way, let's get into the video. So as usual, we'll go over the monthly, weekly, and finally the daily charts, and then we'll switch over to the Excel sheet where we can see the previous week, the prediction that I make, and then obviously go over this week's one in more detail. So the monthly charts, we can see that for the months of August, September, and October, we had a downward correction for a while, but then in the month of November, we had a huge pullback up to the trend line, which was previously established. And although December hasn't closed this, we can see as for now, there's been really bullish action. There's been 7 weeks of consistent bullish movement for SPY and SPX as well. We can see that the RSI is now up firmly and its average is also tilting up. Although we can see that this month didn't have high volume and this month hasn't ended yet, so we can't say anything. But from the monthly charts, we don't get much except that we have broken this resistance here in the month at 459.42. Again, bullish signal, cross the trend line, another bullish signal. But now we are approaching this resistance here, which is if I'm right, almost an all-time high for SPY at 480.06. So there will be a massive resistance at that point, and we're going to be really careful this week, since if the price action does actually go there, there's a very good chance that there can be a reversal, since this is a very strong resistance. So let's switch over to the weekly charts. Now we can see this is what I was talking about. There's just been consistent upwards action. We have just pulled back to the trend line here, and this candle here is a spinning top candle. So actually it signals a bit of market indecision, since we can see although it closed above, there was a wick, equal size wick almost on either side. So what we are going to do is take the high and low as the support and resistance. So another interesting thing to note is that the close price of this candle is almost exactly at the high of the previous candle, which means it actually pulled back to the support, which was previously the resistance as the high of this candle. So that is something to note as well. And on low volume, this candle was established. So we are going to take the high and low of this candle. So that is 475.90 as the resistance and 467.82 as the support. And there are no real candlestick patterns other than the fact, an interesting point, that the close was pretty much the high of the previous candle. So it was actually a pullback of sorts. So let's head over to the daily charts. And just further confirming my logic, the daily charts is just equally erratic. We had 2 days, one staggered upward movement, one sort of Mariposa candle, except it's not really that strong, so we don't really have any direction yet. Then the third day we had a bearish day on high volume as well, the highest volume in the week. And then the next 2 days again, we had a spinning top candle. Well, this is actually an inside bar candle, but it hasn't been broken, the high hasn't been broken. And the high of this week is actually the mother candle. So if it does actually break the mother candle, then we do have even more confirmation from the daily charts as well that the price is going up. So we can see that the last prediction I made, and I was out for vacation for around a week, week and a half, almost 2 weeks. That prediction was made for the week ending the 15th of December, and we had a buy signal on the 12th. With an entry price of 461.63 and a quantity of 242, giving us a total market exposure of 111,714.46, and then the exit price was 466.25, exactly 1%, since we did reach our target, and our P&L was 1,118, and our final weekly closing balance is 112,948.80. Now, since that was correct, I have marked that green, and by the way, I've been doing that for every prediction, where if there's no trade, then I keep it as white. If it's wrong, then it's red, and if it's right, then it's green. So we can see the 29th. So the 29th prediction, ending from the week ending 29th of December, no trade yet. We wait for the breakout. We know this. We buy when it crosses the high at 475.9, and then we sell when it falls below the support at 467.82. Target of 1%. Trailing stop loss, if target or stop loss are not hit, then we take the closing price on Friday if we're in a position at that time. So the max Y for the weekly expiry is 480 for CE at 125,054, 440 for PE at 57,119, and the weekly PCR is 1.97. Max OI for monthly expiry is 460 for CE at 66,809, 430 for PE at 171,334. And monthly PCR is 1.84. So weekly trend is currently still firmly up. Monthly trend is also firmly up. And because I haven't done the last week's prediction, I have nothing to compare the weekly expiries. And obviously, since the price has shot up, the monthly expiry has actually gone up for both PE and CE, which means that's a minor bullish signal since the traders are expecting that the price be below or above a higher price. So that concludes our video for this week, and this was my prediction for SPY. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, and until then, enjoy.